Welcome to Stadium Review episode number 21, as today we're in Spokane, Washington, to see the WHL's Spokane Chiefs. The Spokane Chiefs compete in the CHL, Canadian Hockey League, which is a major junior league, the top level of junior hockey, which consists of players between the ages of 16 and 21. And the CHL is broken into three separate leagues. The Spokane Chiefs compete in the WHL, Western Hockey League, with teams in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia, Washington, and Oregon. The Chiefs are one of only 8 teams in the over 60-team Canadian Hockey League that is in the United States, and are one of the 5 American teams in the WHL. The team was originally established in British Columbia in 1982 as the Kelowna Wings, then moved to Spokane in 1985. 10 years later, in 1995, the team moved into the brand new Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, and has played there ever since. And the first ever event in this multi-use stadium was an NHL preseason game between the San Jose Sharks and the Vancouver Canucks. And that would not be the only NHL game that the facility has hosted, as in 2021, the venue hosted the very first game for the Seattle Kraken, their preseason game against, once again, the Vancouver Canucks. The team has established a pretty good culture and fan base, with their uniforms looking just like the Montreal Canadiens, as they won the Memorial Cup, which is the top honors in the CHL, in 1991 and 2008. And the Chiefs frequently rank among some of the top WHL teams for attendance, as they normally get pretty good crowds with a stadium that seats 10,366 for ice hockey games. The arena is located in downtown Spokane, just north of the Spokane River, with great access to lots of different bars and restaurants in the local area. The outside of the arena boasts a beautiful modern design, as by the main gates there are large glass windows, and there's also a lot of different sculptures and artwork by that area. The concourse of this arena is where it really shines, as I was absolutely blown away by it, and it did not seem like a stadium for juniors at all. Granted, this is a large venue that hosts a lot of other events throughout the year, however, the Chiefs are the main tenant of the building, and this concourse was NHL level good, with beautiful murals, lots of different unique concession options, and it is really open, which lent a lot of natural sunlight to a lot of the big congregating areas where you could stand around and mingle with other fans. One of the coolest parts of the concourse is on the western side of it, as they have the Inland Northwest Sports Hall of Fame, with a lot of these shadow boxes highlighting different historical sports moments in the Spokane region, across many different sports. And also over there is a beautiful spot for the Spokane area Veterans Remembered, with a lot of artifacts from several veterans in the local area. And after all, since it is named Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, it's only appropriate that they have this display. And it was beautifully done. Right next to that though is this dry fly lounge, which is kind of set up like a fancy hunting cabin, with a fireplace and lots of open chairs and tables that's open to anyone. So we walked in there, had a look around for a little bit, as they also have some more gourmet food options than your typical stadium food. And then over on the north side is what they call the market. And this is a little wing off the north side of the arena that has a bunch of specialty food areas. And then the coolest part of the concourse has to be the northeast area, where the main entrance is, as the entire open space and area above the walkway is completely full with a black and white mural of Spokane locals. And if you get just in the right spot, all the beams will line up with the red blank spaces behind them. And this brand new mural was originally unveiled in 2015 for the 20th celebration of the arena. And it's a fantastic element that truly makes this concourse especially unique. The design of the arena has seating wrapping around as a big bowl on the lower section, followed by a level of different suites, clubs, and party decks right above that. And then 3/4 of the arena has an upper level to it. You can tell that this arena is really designed to be configured in several different ways due to the large areas of open spaces right besides the ice. But they seem to utilize these quite well as different private lounges and clubs that people will rent out, which is in addition to the private boxes that they have on top of the 100 level. And it seems like one of the coolest of these lounges is right underneath the large scoreboard behind one of the nets, as it's a large platform and party area for people to congregate and watch the game from. I do think it's kind of odd that there's not a center hanging scoreboard when there's plenty of room for it, and this seems like a really modern, up-to-date facility. And even though the video board on the far side is pretty large, it was still kind of hard to see from the far end. The concourse comes in right at the top of the lower seating bowl, so you can walk right down to your seats. However, we sat in just the second row of the upper level, so you had to walk up these steps to get up to the upper level. And I absolutely love all the branding and painting they have in the arena. Now obviously green, red, and purple aren't the color of the Chiefs, but I still think it adds a fantastic, vibrant feel to the arena. And it's a pretty good view from the upper level as well. And when you're up there, you get a pretty good look at the Spokane Chiefs' retired numbers. So first off, they have number 14 retired for Ray Whitney, who had a fantastic NHL career and even captained my favorite team, the Columbus Blue Jackets, as he also went on to win the Cup in 2006 with the Carolina Hurricanes. And then next to that, they have the number 9 in the rafters for Tyler Johnson, who is actually originally from the Spokane area and won back-to-back Cups with the Lightning in 2020 and 2021. And since every player that wins the Cup gets their day with the Cup, he brought it back to his hometown of Spokane into the arena, and lots of people showed up to see the Cup. As we got closer to puck drop, the Chiefs mascot, Boomer the Bear, came up to get the crowd going. As the Tri-City Americans took the ice, I realized it was kinda gonna be a weird time, since it was essentially the Blue Jackets jerseys against the Canadiens jerseys. As you can tell, there's a lot of fun little things going on during the game, and we really enjoyed the Go Chiefs Go chant circling around the arena.
Go Chiefs Go! Go Chiefs Go!
However, my favorite part had to have been the goal song and the chant along with it, and also the goal gong. This was fantastic. As you can tell, the game kind of felt like one big party atmosphere, as the fans were really engaged into the game itself, and the atmosphere was fantastic, from both an organic sense and a stadium-generated sense.
Just a bit outside.
During the course of the game, I tried to wander around some and get some different angles of the play. And as you can see, there's a lot of really great views from all around the arena. Meanwhile, my girlfriend stood in the ridiculously long food line, which is my major complaint about the arena, that the concessions were extremely slow. It was fan appreciation night with $2 hot dogs and $1 drinks. And they ran out of hot dogs super early and we never even got one. So we ended up just settling for a pretzel, which was pretty good and I can't complain too much. But I do want to give a massive thank you for her for standing in that line forever. And even though we couldn't get the $2 hot dogs, it was still good. The game itself was a very spirited affair, as the Chiefs faced off against one of their main rivals, the Tri-City Americans. And being Fan Appreciation Night, they had a fantastic crowd on hand, of just shy of 8,000 people, which was one of the top attendances they've had in a long time. And that made Chuck-a-Puck look like an absolute bombardment of hockey pucks onto center ice. And though it was a very physical back and forth affair, some of the fans headed for the exits early, as the Americans were able to take the game 6-3, and the chippiness did not stop once the final horn blew. as one of the Chiefs' defensemen took a slap shot right at an Americans player, which nearly caused a massive line brawl.
Oh no! Oh, you don't do that! You don't do that! He blocked a shot with his ankle after the horn sound. You don't shoot the puck after the horn sound.
And the intensity of the fans didn't stop either at that point, as there were a few Chiefs fans down by the glass mocking the winning Americans team as they were celebrating their victory, and the Americans were feeding it right back to them, which made for quite an interesting scene. And finally, you know I had to get a souvenir, so I picked up a hockey puck per usual with every time I go to a hockey stadium. And since I've been to Spokane quite a few times, I figured I'd pick up a t-shirt, and I really liked this vintage looking one they had. Alright, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can see lots more stadium reviews just like this one. Thanks, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode in Spokane, Washington.